All right, I'm just going to go ahead and pick this back up right where I left it yesterday. So the next volunteer is Murph Wrath, and with this map volunteering came a rather interesting request. Part 1 of the request is that I don't use the Adun team, the Dragon Wagon team. That's no problem. And interesting part number 2 is that they were interested in seeing how hit and run strategies might work on this map. So I'm going to go ahead and just say, let's just send in hit and run Gale Force now, look at the map later. Rather unusual, but this entire mock battle session is rather unusual, so whatever. We have, yeah, this should be possible actually, unless, no, this should be possible. You have Swift Sparrow 3, Sylvain. Yes, Sylvain is your name. Your B slot, though, is Chill Res. Res Smoke, Attack Def Solo, Madness Flash, No Assist Moonbow. Mirabilis with Fort Def Res, Wings of Mercy, Close Guard, Aerobatics, Flower of Ease, Whimsical Dream, Aegis. Wrath with Fury, Lull Attack Speed, Thanks Brain, Def Smoke, Fortress Def, Spendthrift Bow, Rally Defense Moonbow. Titania with Steady Stance 4, Attack Speed Ruse, Speed Tactic, Def Tactic, Draconic Poleaxe, Rally Attack Def, Gale Force. Interestingly, I think the AI's heavy preference for defense tiles may actually make it so that if you try to debate Wrath, she would actually jump out to rally instead of rallying in place. Which, without that defense tile, actually, I don't. I mean, I know the AI really likes defense tiles, but I don't know if it prefers it that strongly. I suspect it does. So that'd be interesting. Of course, with her not in that space, Mirabilis loses that warp point. That's a little interesting. We'll see. We will see how things go. La Rochelle has Swift Sparrow, low speed res, Ward Cavalry, Sturdy Blow, Spooky Sensor, No Assist, and Moonbow. And finally, this Mirabilis has Fort Def Res, Wings of Mercy, Close Guard, Drive Speed, Flower of Ease, Whimsical Dream, and Pavis. So I'm thinking my assault starts with Regan. On the Wrath, she activates Gale Force in one round of combat thanks to Veloria, and then she can probably go on to take down the Titania and then just canto away. And what I'd want to prevent in this scenario, so taking out her removes that warp point. So once these cabs move, Mirabilis cannot come out and refresh. So the way I would enforce this is by making sure that they don't both try to go straight down, or down this column. And let me see, 40. Oh wow. Okay, you tie in speed. That's quite interesting. You're both actually quite fast. So I don't think. Yeah, I strongly believe they both want to take out the Tibarn. So I guess the isolation in this scenario isn't necessary at all, because you won't be able to reach the cavalry as long as I keep Tibarn in the lower left corner. I suspect they'll go. Well, actually, even I don't know. I guess it really all depends on how I don't know how strong the AI's preference for defense styles is, because maybe it's not even possible for them to both go straight down, because one of them's going to say, hey, defense style, it's mine. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. Okay, this should be safe, actually. It'd be nice to also get penalties on him, just in case. I was thinking, debating between repositioning Regan up or just moving up and then refreshing her. Actually, this is safe. So I can do this. And then take out the Wrath, right? And then Gale Force into the Titania. So, no, I mean, obviously the steady stance stops her Gale Force from charging, but she has Canto, so you just run 3 spaces away anyway. Because Canto is fair and balanced. Alright, take out the Flower Bed and then move up with the Tibarn. I think it's my best course of action. And then I can probably just do this, honestly. So we'll have to see how the enemy chooses to move here. I'm thinking, okay, so La Rochelle goes for the defense tile, and then Sylvain just drops back out here. That should actually be fine. Yeah, that's a lot of stat stack. Holy. Okay. Alright, I can do this. And then, now Kanto activates. That's unfortunate.
Close
But
your
now
eyes.
I can
Over
do
here?
that. And actually what I can do now is I could even do this, hit the Mirabilis, and then use the remaining action with Gale Force to take out the Aether Fountain.
I love you.
And then have Tubarn go here, why not? And the Mirabilis will go ahead and attack Regan on the enemy phase. Whoa, she did not take much damage there at all. Alright, so...
Over here?
Oh, she gets that KO there. Cool, and it'd probably be better if I did this, because that restores off the penalties, including the Panic Manner. So now, yeah, she's not affected by Flower of Ease, so she can take that KO. I figure I'll go ahead and let her do that, since she swept the rest of the team anyway. So that is the answer to how a hit and run team might perform, particularly with the Regan. This is actually another team where I'm quite interested to see how a 7th unit would affect things. You could probably do some pretty interesting things with that. We will see as time progresses, of course. Eventually we will get that new Anima Mythic, and I guess eventually we'll also get a new Dark Mythic, and heads will roll if a new Dark Mythic comes before a new Light Mythic. That would not be a pleasant experience at all. But yeah, that's quite interesting. So, thank you very much for volunteering, and let's go ahead and move on to the next map volunteer. The next volunteer is also a new face as far as mock battles go. So let's take a look at Deus Ex's map. We have, alright, a stall team, I'm guessing. Mirabilis with Fort Def Res, Sabotage Def, Ground Orders, Chill Attack, Flower V's, Mystical Dream, Iceberg. Cecilia with Attack Def Form, Bold Fighter, Ward Armor, Attack Speed Bond, Cloud Myogi, No Assist, Iceberg. Erica with Fallen Shield, Wary Fighter, Ward Armor, Armored Boots, Flash, Martyr, and Miracle. That's really annoying looking, I'm not gonna lie. Hector with Disencounter, Bold Fighter, Ward Armor, Hardy Baron, Conjure, Curio, Swap, and Luna. Surtur with Fallen Shield, Wary Fighter, Ward Armor, Armor March, Sinmara, Swap, Glimmer. And finally Hector with Ostian Counter, Bold Fighter, Ward Armor, Def Resbond, Maltet, Swap, and Ignis. Alright, so I know you mentioned that you tried to patch out Regan vulnerabilities. That's all well and good. It looks like you did a pretty good job of that. I can't see her being particularly effective. I mean, I guess she could just run in, swoop in, break that healing tower, and then dip. But the amount of setup required to actually go through with that is not insignificant. So, honestly, I'm thinking my best bet is to probably run Marita team here. Of course, my 6th team slot allows me to run Bride Fjorm to isolate the Mirabilis. I don't think she can one-round that Cecilia, since she'd be attacking from the defense tile if I just place Marita here. I worry a little bit about the Hector matchup, but honestly, not that much. He doesn't get his follow-up. If I play it right, he should never get his Ignis. I do worry a little about the Erica, but I think my best course of action here is to just try it and see what happens. So, let's go ahead and just wander on in. We have this. I can go ahead and do that. That's fine. I suppose I really want to get field buffs onto the Marita. That should be doable. And then if I do this, I can still get her the Flower of Plenty attack bonus. So I'll do that, put you here, break this, take out that, Kanto away, but it's not super far away. And then leave you, well, Mirabilis is gonna, well, actually, is she gonna, where's she going? I could do this, probably. I think that's probably my best prediction on where she's going to go. Okay, that was very little damage. out of Merida onto the Cecilia, so that's unfortunate. Oh, but Hector goes down. Okay. I can work with that. So now I have to worry a little about the Erica, although Armor March is out of the picture now. Mirabilis did go over here, which is quite annoying. I wonder, you have Dazzling Flash. So, could I force that out? Because you'd almost certainly go for Regan over Marita. So can I do something like break Concert Hall, move over, and then you go over here, Flash doesn't hit Marita, which is the big important thing. And then I just deal with whatever comes next, which would be the Hector and the Cecilia, and then I guess the Mirabilis can refresh the Cecilia. But I'm not sure I quite see that as an issue, as long as I get my positioning straight. Obviously, I don't want... Oh, Jesus. Okay. Maybe that Hector's more of a problem than I thought he was. I wonder, though, how much of that is just because of penalties plus Flower Vs. Can I get her field buffs? Yes, I can if I do this. Again, my concern is now that Mirabilis can actually refresh, Cecilia, when attacking from here, would be able to target this space, so this is not a safe spot for Plumeria. I can do this, and then this, and then that, and then that, and that. And then I can call that good. Mirabilis, I think she'd refresh from defense tile. Let's try that. See how this goes. So Erica does go after, what's her name? Regan, exactly as expected. No surprises there at all. Cecilia actually died. Okay, I was not expecting that. Mirabilis ends up on the defense tile as expected. Can I take out the Hector? That is annoying, and it's because of your stupid Flower Vs. Okay. Goodness. Holy. Okay. I can work with this. Do I do that followed by that, or does this... Hold on. Can I tap stat? Okay, good. I can tap to see these stats. 51, 31. Do you have ward? You have ward. But Altina's not in range of the flower... Okay, I guess it doesn't matter that she's not in range of the Flower of East because she doesn't have penalties anyway. I'm trying to figure out if Regan being here screws with Altina's ability to KO Erica. I don't think it does. Because Ashera's Chosen would not be active. So, gosh. Oh, seriously? Okay. But then I don't know how to get, because I maybe should have tested this before. I mean, this is, I have to admit, I am way further in on as far as KO progress than I thought I would be at turn 3 for a map like this, for a stall map. I guess I could just have her fight Plumeria. 50. I'd have to shake this and make sure she doesn't get it back, which would mean double reposition. Because I definitely don't want to test this. Let's do this. Oh, shoot. Forgot about the, well, let's see. 50. I guess I could just say, well, I could also take advantage of the fact that in a real Aether Raids battle, I would be able to actually sacrifice the Plumeria for free, since I am using bonus Mythic Hero. Maybe I should just leverage that, because this is, yeah, that's not gonna fly. And that's the only way I get the Aether structures. I'm trying to justify to myself. Or maybe I do this and drag Plumeria out, since it doesn't look like you can KO. Let's see. Well, okay, that was interesting. I didn't realize you were going to go after her. Okay, so that's a KO, so I can just do this, and then that, and then Fjorm can actually finish the job there. So that was pretty interesting. So that was pretty neat. You did. I would say that you did a good job patching out the Regan stuff, but of course, Marita's a fairly solid answer to stall. So thank you very much for sharing. And actually, there is one more volunteer for today's special mock battle session. So let's move right on to that. The final volunteer for today's special mock battle session is Wear a Mask. Let's go ahead and take a look at this map. Alrighty, we have, I wonder if this is a bit of a, this looks like it could have restore trap elements. Let's just take a look. Alm with Sturdy Impact, Wings of Mercy times Pulse, Hardy Bearing, Brave Bow, No Assist, Lunar Flash. So that's going to be an instant Lunar Flash there. That's pretty interesting. Or well, as long as the enemy doesn't have guard. Mirabilis with Fort Def Res, Wings of Mercy, Drive Attack, Flyer Formation, Flower of Ease, Whimsical Dream, Sacred Cowl. Eliwood with Darting Blow, Lunge, Attack Smoke, Quicken Pulse, Blazing Durandal, Reposition, and Gale Force. Fairly standard there. Azura with Fortress Def, Wings of Mercy, Fortify Flyers. That's an interesting pick. Oh, Torrent Dance, Prayer Wheel, Grey Waves, Moonbow. Second Mirabilis with Fort Def Res, Flyer Formation, Ground Orders, Chill Speed, Flower of Ease, Whimsical Dream, and Discussion. And finally, Fjorm. She does have Restore. She's got, well, that's quite a kitted out Fjorm there. Very interesting. With Attack Speed, Push, Dazzling Staff, Attack Speed, Speed, Res, Rain, Attack Speed, Flash, Restore, and Miracle. So again, with my new setups, I do have Bride Fjorm on my raiding parties. I could probably stick her in this column and stop restore action from happening if necessary. Although actually, I guess she'd really only be restoring Azura in this case, since I've still got my Panic Mana here. I need to change that actually. Oh well. Options. What are my options? I could probably stick Idun here. I could actually maybe get something going with Hit and Run Gale Force, having Regan hit the Eliwood. I could even potentially do that turn 1. And I would achieve that by just repositioning Regan over this mountain with Tibarn. Then she can hit this, activate Gale Force. My concern would be escaping from the Alm, who will be receiving some refreshes. I can bait him straight down with Plumeria. I mean, he's a bow user, and she's easily the unit with the lowest defense on this team. So 1, 2, 3, 4. His max range is actually out here, so that would actually probably work. Like Tibarn's here, he's nice and safe. And then if I have Regan run, then second Plumeria lets her go down here, preserves Tibarn's transformability for the next turn. The Fjorm, the Fjorm could kill him. Nuts. Well, that was almost cool. Well, actually, I could just isolate her. Isolate the Azura more accurately, because as I've already determined, Alm's maximum range, I can escape from that. So I don't need to isolate the Mirabilis. You don't have guard, do you? No, you don't. I mean, you kind of do, but not on my player phase. Let's give Hit and Run Gale Force a shot. I want to see how it works. Okay, so we go over to raiding party slots, and then we set up this, and that, actually this. Because this is my minus def Plumeria, she's going to have Alm is going to be dealing the most damage to her. Reposition Regan over this mountaintop. Take out the Eliwood. And then, I can just run away, or I can try and take out... I could try and just fight this out, actually. That might work. Because now she gets under half HP, and she can be warped to by units. Such as Veloria, who would be able to take out the Alm outright. And then I can actually escape from the Mirabilis by cantoing down here. Well, no, I have to keep her here for the Alm fight with Veloria. But I could then do... Yeah, I could make this work. 1, leave you there. 2, refresh. 3, Veloria. Sweet. That worked out a lot more smoothly than I thought it would. Okay, and then I want to make sure you can transform. Plumeria is not going to be able to get around the healing tower. That was actually kind of disgusting the way that worked out, if I'm being perfectly honest. But, hey, if it works, it works. Regan can do this Canto away, and actually she can then take her allies with her due to the power of Wings of Mercy. So I can do this, refresh, do that, refresh again, maybe move you here, that's fine. And then this, that should be fine. That should be fine. Where did you even come from? Okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's see, what do I want to do now? I believe I could do this, move, this, refresh, and then either attack. Okay, so I can attack. My other option was move you here and then warp in Veloria for the attack. But she can land the one-hit KO, so I'll just let her do that. And that is that map. That was... Actually, I guess Canto didn't even really come to play there. That was all... I suppose Actually, that was as long as you assume that I'm still running Veloria and Regan, that strategy would have worked without a 6th unit. Interesting. Well, anyway, thank you very much for volunteering your map, and that is the last volunteer for this batch. And that is it. I hope you all enjoyed this 2-part set of AR mock battles. I must admit that I am mildly unamused that this week I was actually not planning to do AR mock battles at all, and suddenly now I've gone and done 2 of them. I will say, though, that it was nice to get in the practice, so I would like to extend one more huge thank you to all of the wonderful volunteers for this special mock battle session. Next week, we are actually going into the Astra season, so I think I will go ahead and continue on with the queue of mock battle participants. I will leave a link to that queue in the description. If you would like to volunteer your own map, you can leave your hero's friend code in the comments section, and I will be sure to send a request your way. So, that's all I've got for you this week, so good luck to all of you going into the new Astra season, and I will catch you next time.